Hey guys, today we're going to be making pumpkins. So what you'll need in order to make pumpkins is first some clay. You can use clay that you're going to bake in the kiln. You can use Sculpey clay, or you can use air dry clay. Doesn't matter what kind of clay, just as long as you have some. Other things you need, depending on the type of clay, you might need water. I like to use a sponge to smooth things out. Again, this is not required, those parts. And then I like to have a tool in order to make the lines. I like to use a rib tool. I like this wood one. It's just easier for me to get them consistent around my pumpkin. All right, let's get started. All right, first I'm going to take my ball of clay. This is a pretty big one. I'm going to make a big one first. And you're going to cut it in half. When you're done, when you've split it in half, you should have 2 balls of clay that are about the same size. Also need to break off a little bit more in order for you to make the stem at the end. All right, so now for each of these, I'm going to take one at a time and I'm going to turn it in just to a regular pinch pot. Now to do a pinch pot, obviously, I just got some water. This is the type of clay that needs water. I'm going to go ahead and push down in the middle. I'm going to keep adding some water to that. I'm going to pinch. I like to do it in my hand. The reason why I do it in my hand is it helps it to be circle rather than flat if I were to do it on a table or on a board. Once you've made your 2 bowls, you're going to get a tool to score the clay. You can use a needle tool, a wire brush tool, but you're going to score both sides on each of those bowls that you just made. Got the one done, going to do the other one as well, all the way around. Now once I've scored them, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure they fit. I'm going to look to see if they fit together. Looks like I need to adjust just a little, but you're going to make them the same size. I might have to pinch one a little bit more. Once they're the right size, you're going to put water or some slip on both of them, all along where you just scored them before you stick them together. Now this part will take a little bit of time because you've got to smooth it out once you get it on there. Also, if you're going to be writing your name on the bottom, this would be the time to do that as well. Now that I've wetted both sides and wrote my name on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and lay the 2 bowls on top of each other. Once they're there, I'm going to line them up as best I can. I might have to do a little bit of pulling on each side, a little bit of pushing. Now you are going to have air in between, and that's going to make it a little bit easier for this part. It's going to make it more like a balloon while you're sealing it shut. Had to make that a little bit bigger there. All right, once I've got it, once I've got it the best I can, I'm going to start going around, and I'm going to be pushing the 2 bowls together along the seams. I'm going to smooth them out. It's going to take a little bit of time because you do have to go all around the bowl and get all sides so that it is an even one bowl. Now with clay that I'm going to be firing in the kiln, I'm going to use a lot of water here to smooth out that edge even more. I'm going to smooth out all of my combined bowls, which is basically a balloon now, or a ball right now. So I'm going to smooth those out. You can also use tools here to smooth them out. I'm going to use the rib and I'm going to go around and try to push everything together. So take your time on this step. Go ahead and go over it a bunch of times. If you see something's not working, try something else. Now, if I see there's more clay on the top, I'm going to drag it down. If there's more clay on the bottom, I'm going to drag it up as I smooth this out. All right, once you've got it, shape you want, you put your name on the bottom, you can then take whatever tool. I mean, you could use a pointy tool. Again, I like to use the rib. I'm going to clean that off, that little excess clay. Don't have to, but I'm going to. So I'm going to take my rib tool and I'm going to go all the way down and around, connect that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. I'm going to cut it in half this way. My line all the way down. Same thing, I'm going to lift it up to go all the way around and back. I'm going to do it on the other side just the same way. All right, I'm going to split these in half now as well. So exactly the same way, all the way down and around. And I've got one more. Go all the way down, around. That's it. Down and around. Okay. Now I've got it all the way around. Now I can touch it up a little if I want to. I'm going to just do a spot that's not very good. Back again. Nope. I'll go on the bottom. If you're using clay that's going in the kiln, you must poke a hole. Otherwise, it's not going to dry and it's going to blow up in your kiln, possibly wreck your other things as well. Okay, that hole. All right, I'm going to touch this up here just a hair. Now, I'm going to take my other clay I have for the stem. I'm going to roll it into a foil. Notice it's thicker on one end and thinner on the other. All right, so now I need to make some lines in there. This one. All right, now I'm going to score where I want my vine. Also going to score on the vine. Some water. Both ends. Some more curl down on there. There. And there you have it. Your own pumpkin. All right, there you have it. You've made your own very first clay pumpkin. Now, remember, depending on how much clay depends on how big you can make it. And once again, you can use any type of clay. Right here, I've used some Sculpey clay. You have to bake that in the oven. This has to bake in the kiln. There's also air dry clay. So have fun with this. I can't wait to see what you create, and we'll see you next time.